People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This video is called "That is what happens when you allow criminal elements to lock off, run, govern any sorts of public institution," meaning the Spanish Town bus park that is in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Now we saw that maybe about less than 2 days ago, there were some brawling SHOOTING in the park, broad daylight. Po, soldier, everybody have to pull up for kind of start monitor the place, make sure say it runs under one order. Based on the information, it is said that during that SHOOTING, at least 3 persons were hit. One person, Derby. Next person, Dunderent. Next person, Poe from Overbanks. 3 of them got hit up. It is said that Derby was the person that was worse, injured. Him get a couple of pieces, X amount, don't even know there were X amount of spent shell on the floor. Word on the street is that there is a whole bunch of conflict, some internal, some external, whole bunch of people involved. We are talking about Tesha Miller, we are talking about Blackman, we are talking about Della, we are talking about One Order, we are talking about Termite, we are talking about Tickman. All kind of individuals involved, and this is because of the bus park. This is because of extortion money. Now it seems as if once Tesha Miller, Blackman and them were having their legal battles in the courts, Termite kind of seeped in. Termite kind of monitor the place, govern the place. So therefore they got a foothold of the place. And when them get a foothold, them start to bring in all sorts of shatter. Them start to reinforce the crew. So therefore they knew that the day was going to come when Tesha Miller, Blackman and them were going to want to have a stronghold on the park again after all their legal woes, which it seems as if will never stop. Based on information on the street, it is said that the people from Della page the people from Top Banks, Termite and them, and I say, listen, you don't know, say, we don't have the place around for a little while. You don't know, say, we want to come back and take it over. This is what we call a hostile takeover. You have up until this time to relinquish your hold, let go your stronghold of the park, and make the Della man them take it over. This person and that person is going to run the place. We are now going to be governing the place. People, when you have persons in any sorts of negotiation room that don't have any conscience, don't have any heart, are selfish, it is not usually any sorts of amicable agreement. So therefore, that is where the war would kick off. That is where the war would actually start. And people, yes, it did. And the sad thing is that this is just the start. We can almost expect it to escalate to the worst degree. So people, may just make you know beforehand, the worst is yet to come. If we know these people like we think we know these people, based on just their history, whether it is history from way back or recent history, these people are not in the business of amicable agreement, meaning that, alright, you hold 3 days, we hold 4 days, vice versa. Even though there are conflicting reports about that they wanted to share the place. People, we know how these people are. It is always hostile takeover. It is they want all. If you want all, you lose all. So therefore, they are telling you point blank and period that listen, there is a change of government election run. You lost, don't want you to lose your life. So therefore, do what is right, take for yourself or we will take you away. However, people, you understand, when you have two immovable objects, not really immovable, but them kind of stubborn, they are not just going to take any sorts of talk. It is always going to be solved with all sorts of tool, all sorts of violence. People are going to have to lose their life. It is going to be tit for tat. It is going to be the Jamaican or the Spanish Town version of the 100 Years' War. And people, it just started. So, in the latest installment of the freshest conflict in Spanish Town, 3 persons got conned up. Derby, he is in a bad situation in the place of recovery. Donderant and a next man called Poe. Don't quote me on the name because the audio sounded kind of sketchy. That is what it sounds like his name was. The person named Derby is the most notable person because Derby is one of those persons that was on the original one order trial. Him bust the case from earlier out. This is what happens whenever the system has a failure, whenever they get these people in their grasp and they allow them to beat the system, whether it is by technicality, whether it is because lack of evidence, because you and I know that he was actually a gangster, and this would come to manifest and haunt Spanish Town once again, because here he is, get a next chance like most criminals, he is out doing the same thing, going back from whence he came. So it shows you a leopard never changes its spot. However, hopefully, all of those red spots that he got, I heard at least 8, 9, 10 of them, will actually take him away. Or even if he is not DEAD, and we hope it will render him hopeless, useless on the street, even though these people are shot callers, so therefore they don't have to do stuff themselves physically. So the good thing is that 3 people get conned up. None of these persons are innocent. All of these persons, based on information on the street, they are gang affiliated one way or the other. Now people, we have to ask the question, how is it that this situation got so bad that gangsters are running the park, that the relevant authority, meaning transport authority, meaning the JCF, they are not running the park? Here is the facts. The transport authority, they are doing their job. They themselves are afraid because the system is so bad. So therefore, them have to make sure say the people in vehicle register. Them have to make sure them have fitness, them have insurance. Them have to make sure that they are not overcrowding these buses. However, that is the extent of their power. As it pertains to the JCF is fully aware. The top brass in the era is fully aware. However, people, they too are the beneficiaries. I am not going to say that all of the poor from the JCF in that era are beneficiary, because some of them are not. However, some of the mid-level and also top level, they are getting extortion money. They are getting paid under the table. As it pertains to these people, whether a termite, whether a one order, whether a tickman, whether a Tesha, whether a Della, whether a top banks, all of them at one point were or are beneficiary of all of this thing. They are the ones that actually run the park. I am speaking about the mob, Jamaica style, point blank and period. So people, persons would have thought that, alright, you have a minibus, you have a taxi, you register and then you go in the park and you wait your time in an orderly manner. That is not how it is in a Jamaica, especially in a Spanish Town. It is run under one order, not literally one order. However, whoever is said to be the top man running off the place, top GANG, monitoring the place, this is how it goes. You buy a vehicle, meaning a taxi, a minibus, whatever amount of seater. you have to go and link with the person or persons that are running off the place. Sometimes you give them a money up front, or they put you on some sorts of payment plan. This payment plan is based on the amount of trips that you make in the park. Each trip that you make in the park, you have to pay a set of amount of money. People, me no know how much it is. Me no run no taxi, me no run no bus. However, I have the links to tell me exactly what is going on. So therefore, every day you pull up after you make that initial contract with the extortionist, you pull up on the line. There is no chopping off the line. There is no skipping off the line. There is no bucking the system. Every day and every time that you pull up at that park, you have to pay for use without a shadow of a doubt. And we've seen several instances, the most notable when that taximan got paged and he was told, listen, you have to pay X amount of dollar, and he tried to buck the system. The system failed his life. So therefore, there is no going around it. So when we hear people saying that Jamaica is a gangster country, Jamaica is a mob country, it is no lie. The government itself is a big mafiosa, the mob. And these places are governed by gangsters. It has always been like this for decades. Not last year, 5 years ago. This has been going on since the start of time, the beginning of time. A gunman, badman, thief, criminals run Jamaica, including politicians. So therefore, the Transport Authority, they are limited to their duty. Them just monitor, make sure so the paperwork alright. Every day them go there, them see the same set of man with scrub face, scaring at them face, rag round, kerchief round them neck. Them know who are the people that are collecting the extortion directly, indirectly, top and bottom, whoever it is. Them know the same thing with the poor. The poor are just there to make sure that there's no sorts of blatant, brazen, GUNSHOTRWAR go on, but they too know exactly who controls the place. Spanish Town Bus Park is in the control, has been in the control of several people. Whether a Tesha, whether a Della, whether a one other, whether a black man, whether a termite, whether a tick man. And based on the information, it is said that some of these people that once were friends are aligning themselves with the strongest faction, meaning termite and them. People are call up Tickman name and say, Tickman I make so much money, but the people must say, listen, certain individuals I get too soft. Certain individuals can't run the place. So therefore, that is why these people know, say, listen, the person that is the coldest, the person that is the least unconscionable, the person that will take away people's life without even thinking about it, those are the ones that are going to have a stronghold. So people, the moral of the story is this. Expect, anticipate, it is inevitable that there is going to be W0RLD-W 3 or 4 or 5 in a Spanish town. It disaster, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.